dude, do we have a good match today? Ooh, I know we say that every time, but you have to understand that as the competitors advance through the bracket, the matches just get better and better because, the better shooters are rising to the top. They have the better equipment, the better guns. Not the better equipment, but the guns that are shooting the best are the ones kind of rising to the top, and so are the shooters. So as you continue on to the bracket, the matches, in my opinion, get better, more of a nail-biter match,
100%. And it's like, you watch the first matches and you think, man, those were close. And then you go to the next set of brackets and you're like, oh man, those were even closer matches. And like, we start getting into these like last matches. And I mean, and it's just like,
well, yeah, I mean, that's the nature of the bracket, right?
Yeah.
Like for example, the very first match, you could potentially have a shooter that didn't have as good of a rifle. They just didn't know it, right?
Yeah.
And so of course they're going to drop out. But then those that have really good rifles, they start moving, and at some point they're facing each other.
Yeah.
Well, this is what's happening here. We have Norm Harrold versus Peter Johns. I'm sure you guys know who they are, but if you don't, these guys are typically top 10 at nationals at every event. They're just powerhouses. Well, they have to face each other. They've been beating everybody they've been facing. Now they have to face each other.
And they both shoot Bayou all the time.
Yeah, they both shoot at Bayou Rifle Club.
Yeah.
They used to be teammates. They used to be on Team Rolling Call together.
Uh-huh.
These guys are friends.
Yeah.
They're competitors. And the reason I mentioned the fact that they used to be teammates is because I'm sure they're both operating on very similar knowledge.
Yeah.
On tuning, wind reading, all that good stuff. Because that's just how teams work.
Right.
They share knowledge. So it is no surprise that they're both doing really well.
Mm-hmm.
But as is the nature of a bracket, at some point they have to face each other. That's what's happening today.
It's absolutely insane the way these matches go. And, I love watching them because honestly, like, even though I was running the match as a match director, I didn't really pay attention to the matches themselves. So it's really interesting to watch these because I'm watching them with a fresh set of eyes for the most part.
Yeah, absolutely. So before we go any further, let's thank our sponsors. Vitavori is the lead sponsor for this match. Without Vitavori, this match would not happen. So thank you so much to the Vitavori. And, they have some amazing powders. I use them. You use them. Many people use them. Really good stuff. Board and Actions. Again, I use Board and Actions. You will typically see a Board and Action on the podium at any match that you go to. Jim Borden makes some of the best actions in the world. I mean, Jim Borden's a Hall of Fame benchrest shooter who's also a mechanical engineer who decided what was out there wasn't good enough. So he went out and set out to make the best actions in the world. And in my opinion, he did. So that's why I shoot Borden actions, and I know that's why you shoot them. SEB rests. Imagine F-class without SEB rests. I mean, might as well roll up a backpack and put your rifle on it.
We'd still be using Mariner wheels.
Yeah, I mean, SEB rests, and both of these shooters will be using the SEB Neo X rest. I mean, SEB rest, in my opinion, you talk about equipment that has advanced the sport. I think the SEB rest is one of those that you take away the SEB rest, and I think that'll set the sport back almost a decade. Brooks barrels. Talk about another powerhouse in the precision world. Brooks barrels, podium finishes, national records, world records. They got it all. They make some of the best barrels in the world. Again, I've been using Brooks barrels for over a decade.
That's all I've ever used.
And I just don't see what else. I mean, I don't ever feel like I'm being held back by that barrel. Those barrels are just hammers.
And the other thing that about these companies that sponsor us, they are some of the best companies from a customer standpoint. Like SEB, awesome to talk to and work with. Brooks, awesome to talk to and work with. Borden, awesome to talk to. Like, just great companies on top of great products.
Absolutely. And last but not least, Precision Pay. Precision Pay is a payment processor. We use them on our website. They are Second Amendment friendly payment processor. They're great. So again, thanks to them. Thanks for giving back to the sport. And let's get on with the match.
All
right. So before we get started, people in the comment section have been asking, hey, what equipment are they using? Well, here we go.
Yep.
Norm Harrold is using a Panda Action from Kelbley's. a Macmillan Kestrel's ZR stock. His rifle is chambered in 300 WSM. He's using a Bartline barrel, Night Force competition scope. He's shooting 215 grain Burger hybrid bullets, and he's using a Neo X front rest. Peter Johns is using a Nuvo. Who makes that? That's Bat, right? Bat Nuvo. Yeah. Bat Nuvo Action. A Kestrel's Macmillan Kestrel's R stock. So both of these guys are using Macmillan stocks.
Yeah.
His cartridge is a 7mm Kong. Do you know what that is?
Is that a 300 down to 7?
300 WSM.
Yeah.
So it's a 270 WSM.
Yeah.
Necked up to 7mm, or a 300 WSM. So
neck down. Yeah.
It's a big boy.
Yeah. It's moving.
Or necked up. You can take a 270 and neck it up, or 300 and neck it down. So the point is, it's a 7mm. It's not the 7 WSM. It's slightly smaller, but it's still pretty big for a 284. I mean, for a 7mm. The scope is a March Majesta. He's also using a Bartline barrel. Bullets are 180 grain Burger hybrids, and the front rest is a Neo X, Seb Neo X.
Before we get started, I think it's interesting to note as you watch this, is you've got a 180 grain bullet against a 215 grain bullet. And I think a lot of people say, well, the heavier the bullet, the bigger the advantage. And people like PJ will show you don't have to have 200 grain bullets to compete.
Well, except for the argument against that is Peter Johns has probably got about 200 to 300 feet per second on Norm.
Well, I mean, that's fair.
so you know, these guys are both they're both in the ballistic fight. Let's just say they're in there. You know,
and you have Norm set world record, national record, and then you have PJ, national champion on the TR side. So I mean, like,
they're both national champions. They're both national champions, and again, they won. They're national champions on team together. They won matches. Yeah. The point is, like I said, these guys.
I can't wait to see this one.
These guys are top shelf. Anyway, here we go.
All right.
All right, you ready? Yep.
All right.
Good luck, Norm.
All right, so it was pretty hot in Texas, so we allowed fans on the line. That's what the red fan there that you see is doing. Now, we made sure that the fan was only blowing on the shooters and not on the guns, so that they did not act as a cooling device.
Yeah, I would actually walk the line and I would check to make sure, so everybody was on the same playing level.
All right, so here we go. Norm is on the right. It says left, but that's just because of the screen. But anyway, Norm is on the right. Peter Johns is on the left.
PJ opens with a V.
True to form. And here we go. Did we not say these two guys are top shelf?
I mean, it's just stupid. Like,
these are convertible sighters, so you can convert the second or both. So they want to get a V or a 5. There it is. PJ's going to take them both.
5. I'll take them both.
Now, believe it or not, people, there are times where these guys might have not taken that 5. If we're in a 10-shot match and they really think those Vs are going to count, I've seen people throw those away.
Oh,
Here's a 3.
All right.
I think I'll be taking either one.
So he's not taking a sighter. So the question is here: is he fake pumping, PJ?
Man, I just can't see Norm shooting a 3 out there.
Again, is he fake pumping them so that PJ hopefully reacts to that shot and shoots a 4 in his first shot?
Oh!
If he was, it freaking worked. If he was, it worked.
Oh, shoot. Oh, my God. Okay, wait. Can we talk about this for a second?
What do you want to talk about? Keep talking. I mean, I'm just... Wait. Norm now has to follow it up.
So if he was fake pumping, he's going to hammer it.
Yeah. Nope.
Oh!
Okay, maybe he fake pumped himself.
Hold on.
Oh, man.
That would have been the greatest plan ever if it had. If number 1, it was on purpose, and then number 2, if he had came back with a 5 or a V.
Oh, man. I don't know what to think there.
5. Thank you.
We're off to a great start.
Oh, man. Now, PJ's trending a little low. His last couple shots have been down in the bottom of the 10 ring level.
5, 2 on.
My goodness. All right, Norm's back in the game.
Oh man. So PJ's last 2 shots were low 10 ring. Norm's last 2 shots were high 10 ring.
Yeah, Norm clicked the scope. I didn't
Yeah.
see if PJ did.
Yeah, PJ did something. I mean, he just pinwheeled that thing.
Now look at the recoil of that 300 WSM. My goodness. Oh my goodness.
Whoa!
Hey, 3 on.
What the?
Wow.
I don't even know what to say. I've never seen Norm have a gun that big. Like, to have shots that far off.
Hey,
Forget the fake pump. After I saw that, you know.
Huh. Oh,
4.
My
4 on.
goodness.
yeah, man.
Now, keep in mind, both of these guys are undefeated. Now, Norm's doing something a little bit dangerous, in my opinion.
Oh,
He's closing the bolt way early. So, John, what is the rule if you shoot out of turn?
it's a miss.
Is it a miss or is it a point deduction?
I
thought
thought it was.
point.
Is it just 1 point? Okay.
I don't know. Let me ask the match director. Hey, John, what is the...
I don't remember. I honestly don't remember now.
Well, I know from experience, I shot at a turn and I was deducted a point.
A point. Okay.
By you, John.
Okay.
Which, it was correct, you know. So,
It was a while ago, and I don't remember all the rules right now.
the point is, you know, Norm is closing the bolt way early. There's, you know, the chances are low, but they're never zero that the shot that he's, you know, the gun's gonna go off, right? At which point he would lose a point.
6 on.
Well, he's back on level.
See, okay, he just opened it because he caught himself closing it way too early. Oh,
Thank
PJ's not letting up. He did drop
No.
2 fours, but Norm's got four fours.
Yeah. And this is just a 10-round match, so I mean, PJ's almost done.
Yeah,
B, 7 on.
yeah. PJ, all he needs a 4 and he wins. Wow,
Hey,
he's done. Yeah. Yeah, no, Norm's, based on what I just saw, I think Norm's in trouble.
Yeah, now
You
it's a
just never
function of
know.
whether Norm decides to take his extra shots as some kind of practice or...
I would, and I think he will as well.
And this is really the time to try something that you wouldn't want to try necessarily. You know,
5, 8 on.
Thank you.
I'm done.
Oh yeah. Fuck, I can't beat you.
All right, well, you know,
yeah.
now they're going to take a break, and they're going to shoot the second match. So what do you think? I mean, is Norm in trouble?
Well, okay, look, you and I have shot with Norm. I mean, you and I have shot with both of them enough
Well, I'm just
to know.
talking about based on what you just saw.
I think his gun's shooting big unless he made some kind of change, either went back and did a seating change, a tuner change. I think his gun's shooting too big to win.
4.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But we don't know
Now,
what he
PJ
did during the break.
Yeah, so during the break, you're allowed to work on your rifle. You know, he
Yeah.
may have done a tuner change. Like you
Yeah.
said, perhaps seeking that change. I mean, that's about the only 2 things you can do.
Right. I mean, unless he grabbed a different box of ammo or something.
Better one's a
Right?
B.
Thank you.
Yeah, but anyway, so Norm's off to a great start again, but that's how
Look
he
at
started
that.
last go around.
Yeah. Okay.
13-5.
I'll take that one.
Another thing for everybody to remember, they are not allowed to switch guns during this 3-stage match. So it's
During
not
a
like
match-
Norm could have
During
said,
a match, we don't know if it's going to go 3. But
right, well, it's up to 3-stage match.
5. You want them both?
Yeah.
2
So
on.
Norm was stuck with that gun to figure out how to get it dialed in.
Correct.
But now Norm's in the driver's seat taking his 2-siders.
Hey.
Thank you.
Just like that, they're tied up.
Well, again, Norm had a great start on the last match, or the last stage of this match, and he kind of, the gun just opened up. So we'll see. We'll see how it behaves this go around.
Three on.
Thank you.
He did something. Like, I mean, that gun's dramatically tighter.
It's only 3 shots in.
Yeah.
Let's let's wait. But hopefully, I mean, I have no doubt he did something. There's no way he was going to come back with the exact same setup. So now PJ, on the other hand, is not rolling over. He's not one to just roll over. So PJ is just going to take a lot of fighting to beat PJ, and that's exactly what Norm is doing.
Man.
Five.
Thank you.
You know, and you look at that flag on the left. I mean, it's starting to pick up. The one on the right is basically dead.
Oh my God! Look at Norm. Whatever he did to that rifle,
Thank you.
I wish I knew, but he did something and it worked.
Yeah. And I mean, they're hammering the center line with the wind flags moving all over the place. So I mean, it's
Thank you.
Now look at PJ. He's all over the knee ring, and he just can't hit it. I mean, he hasn't been more than an inch away from it on every shot.
yeah.
5.
Thank you.
God, I mean, if you just think about drawing a line vertically through the target, those guys have just been dead on with their wind calls.
Right. Now, look at the flags. They're not just laying there.
Right.
Look at the second flag from the right.
Hey.
Thank
It's
you.
out there, and these guys are pounding Vs. Now,
Yeah.
anybody watching that doesn't know, that V ring is 5 inches at 1,000 yards. That 5 ring is 10 inches. And look at the wind. It's not easy.
5.
Ooh.
Thank you.
Oh, he just caught that one.
Yeah, I see
He
Norm
clicked.
doing. He's safety clicking. He's trying to keep
Yeah.
that thing centered.
Hey.
Here comes PJ.
Thank you.
Just like that, it's tied up again.
Yeah.
Jeez,
Like I say,
3 shots
count.
left.
You never count any of these guys out.
No.
Oh,
5.
Ooh.
see Norm now. He's starting to walk that line. Like he started off real strong, and now it seems like his gun is starting to. I wonder what's going on. It's just starting to open up a bit. And PJ, he just consistent. Look at that.
Oh.
Thank you.
Now if Norm loses this one, he's out.
Yeah.
He's not out, but he goes to the loser bracket.
Loser bracket. Yeah.
Well, I don't like the trend. His rifle's kind of getting worse, and PJ seems to be getting better.
Yeah. See if he centers up here. Yeah, there he goes.
9
All
on.
right.
You get that?
Yep. Thank
He
you.
needs PJ to shoot some 5s so that he hasn't. You know, he needs PJ to shoot a 5 so that he has
Yeah.
a chance to win it. Because they go into a shoot off.
Or a 4. I mean.
Oh my God! I just never expected a 4 out of PJ.
Oh.
Honestly, with the way he was shooting, a 4 never even entered my mind.
But again, perfect
I'm not as
wind
negative
call.
as you, John. Wow.
But as a dead center wind call. I mean, just.
Just like that.
Thank you.
You're done.
Oh, man.
Norm wins. Oh my God.
That's all it takes. I mean, like, that's all it takes in these matches.
Wow.
Man.
You know, PJ can't believe that either. No, but I bet you nobody believes that. Oh my God.
Ready, PJ?
Yep, I'm ready when you are.
Here we go. Last match like this. Whoever wins this one is the winner. There's no ties. If they are tied at the end of the 10 shots, they have to go into a shoot off. So, wow.
Ooh.
Fire 1's a 5.
Thank you.
You know, a lot of people think, oh, well, you know, it's a cider. It doesn't matter that it just barely caught there. But with only 10 rounds, converting those 2 ciders is such a massive advantage in these
Drastic.
matches.
It is drastic.
I mean, it's 20% of your shots.
Or 1-4.
Thank you.
Now, you know, they took about a 10 to 15 minute break in between
Yeah.
to let the rifles cool. The wind obviously is different.
Yeah. The flags are definitely different than they were last time.
Norm is really trying to get that son of a gun in there. 5 or a V. He wants to convert those ciders. There it is.
Look at
Cider
that.
2 is a V.
Yeah.
You taking them both?
Yeah.
Yep. PJ really needs this one to hit 5 or V.
There it is.
Cider 2's a V.
Thank you. I'll take the second one.
Yep.
Off to the races we go. Norm's got 8 shots to go. PJ's got 9.
Okay.
All right. You got a 3, 5, 5, 3.
Yeah. V.
Thank you.
Whew.
I just realized we haven't been saying anything. We're so into the match.
It's,
Wow.
you know, it's funny because as competitors, I think we watch this a lot differently, you know, and it's like, I'm watching all the little details, how Norm handles the gun, how PJ handles the gun.
V, 4 on.
Thank you.
It's,
Now, PJ's got a spotting scope there to his left. So does Norm. But
Yeah.
if you notice, PJ's got it positioned so well that all he has to do is lean his head slightly to the left, and he can look through that spotting scope.
yeah.
I'll point it out when he looks there. Right there. He's looking.
Yeah.
There, right there. Spotting scope. He's looking at the spotting scope. Right there, rifle scope. You see that?
5. 5 on.
Economy of motion. Very important.
Well, and how many times have you seen guys who have a spotting scope that's maybe a little harder to get to, and then they go, well, by the time I shot, it changed,
Right.
you know?
V.
Thank you.
Boy, PJ's putting the hammer down.
Yeah, man. PJ came out of the gate swinging.
Whew.
V, 6 on.
Thank you.
Oh, man. What a match. Norm's got 5V, 5V, 5V. He's got a pattern going. So the next shot should be a 5 to maintain that pattern. Oh, look
man.
how close that was.
Thank you.
Boy, PJ had a little wind helper on that one there.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
V, 7
Norm's
on.
starting to turn it on.
Thank you.
I mean, it's not like he turned it off, but you know what I mean. He's
Yeah.
just he just seems to have found the center.
Uh-oh.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
I don't know, but
When you
know,
hear
I mean,
PJ
you and-
say "uh-oh," that's probably not a good thing.
yeah. And sometimes that's all it takes, right? Just one little break in concentration, one little break in setup.
Let's see what that "uh-oh" meant.
Probably meant a V.
Well, he's in there.
Yeah.
I don't know what that meant, but he's staying in the hunt. But Norm is really, after the first match, I don't know what Norm did to that rifle, but it's a different rifle. Look at
Whew.
that.
V,
Wow.
8 on.
Thank you.
Wow. Now PJ better hit a bunch of V's going out.
Yeah. I mean, PJ needs help here. He needs to either just hammer the V's, and he needs to hope
That's
that
all
Norm
he can
hits
do.
either 5s or 4s.
5.
That's all he can do is
Thank
hammer
you.
the V.
Yeah.
You can't expect Norm to drop a point anymore.
Well, I think
way
he's
he's been
almost at a
shooting.
point where he needs Norm to drop a point. Almost.
Yeah, at this point, Norm needs to drop a point for PJ to win. And
Oh man.
Norm
Right
is
on.
just dialed in.
So at this point, V's out. The best he could do is tie. If Norm shoots a
No.
5.
Yeah,
Well,
tying is out the window.
Thank you.
okay. Now 4 is the only thing that saves PJ.
Yep. Norm would have to shoot a 4 here for PJ to win. That's the only option. That's assuming PJ doesn't hit a 4.
Oh, true.
My goodness.
Man.
Norm wins with 7 Vs.
Hang
Wow.
on. All out.
Wow.
What a turnaround.
Yeah, I'm going to have to ask Norm what he did to the rifle. Because, my goodness.
He's just going to go, oh, I don't know, man.
No. I bet you he turned that tuner.
Oh, he had to have,
Because
right?
I know he doesn't adjust seating depth. I did a recent interview with him, and he said all he does is tuner.
Yeah.
Wow. What a difference. What a match. Just like that. Told you it was gonna be a good match.
It's just insane because it's so easy. I mean, I'm super guilty of this, of just ruling somebody out, right? Like, the gun's shooting bad. Like, he's just gonna have to hang on the best he can. And then Norm comes back and like match 1, match 2, match 3. And it's like,
Well,
the
yeah.
hell?
Like I said, he figured out what he needed to do to that rifle in between matches,
Yeah.
in between stages, and he just kept doing it, and the gun just kept getting tighter.
It worked. I mean, whatever
Honestly.
he did, it worked. And it's not to say PJ's gun was shooting bad, right? Like, I mean,
didn't.
PJ's gun was tight.
He had 1-4. That 4 is really what did PJ, right?
Yeah.
What cost him the whole match, because
Out of
had
30
he-
shots, 1-4.
That's it. That's all it took.
Yeah.
Now he could have shot it, and it's not that he shot 1-4; is when he shot it. Because if he had shot on the first stage of the match, he would still have won.
Right.
Because he had Norm, I believe, by 2 points, but he shot it on the second stage where he couldn't afford it.
It's crazy. It's and really, I hope people watch these matches, and like, there's an entertainment value to these matches, obviously, but there is so much learning if you just just watch how these competitors shoot and what they do and how they do it. There is so much to be learned. Like, every time we watch one of these, I pick up something. Like, I mean, you can't watch these and not go, oh, I just noticed he did something. Like, okay, like, that's something that's key to his repetition, his consistency. And it's really fascinating to watch these matches, and try to learn from them.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, there you have it. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Subscribe. Just right now, go ahead, hit the subscribe button. Now, if you think you're already subscribed, double check, because we know that this platform sometimes unsubscribes people.
And hit the bell. Make sure you hit the bell.
Explain what the bell is, John.
So the bell means you get a notification every time we do one of these videos.
Yeah. So anyway, like the video, subscribe, and wait for the next one. We got more.
Yeah. And don't forget, if you want to be in one of these videos, all you got to do is get out and shoot a qualified F-class match, and you might just earn enough points that you get invited to the next V squared.
All right. That's it. Thank you.
Yep.
Keep them centered.